Greetings, I'm Bairnt and welcome to the One-Stop Co-op Shop. Today we're going to be continuing our playthrough of Kingdom Death Monster. We're returning from fighting a level 1 Phoenix. I may have been a little bit too worried about the Phoenix, and it was not too bad of a fight. I think should have been more worried about the hunt phase, because that's where we lost our characters when going after that level 2 Phoenix. But we're going to continue into the settlement, and we're going to see what we're going to hunt for the next time. Now, of course, as we come back, we're going to be gaining some endeavors, going through all our innovations and development, and we're also going to be able to see what happens to us in the next hunt phase. Now, the first thing, of course, we have to do is we have to give ourselves some hunt XP and any weapon proficiencies from the last fight. We always do at the beginning of this thing instead of the last video. So let's go ahead and do that now. Goldmoon, Huma, Klingon, and Riverwind all came back from a successful hunt, and I've given them all their hunt XP. Now, of course, Huma has actually reached his first age marker, so we're going to go ahead and take care of that. And Klingon did actually gain 1 in her dagger. So we're going to roll up Huma's age event. We've seen it 1,000 times. I'm going to roll 2 dice, and we're just going to add them together and see what happens to him. He got a 20. He got a natural 20. Wow. So we do have to consult our book because we haven't gotten a 20 before. Look at this. Gain 1 permanent luck. Oh, that's going to be awesome. More critical wounds. I also have to give him a weapon proficiency, and I've chosen to give him axe, mainly because, of course, we have this butcher's cleaver. So we're just going to attach it to him for the rest of the time and see how it goes. He has 4 survival, meaning he can go ahead and use this, even because he must be insane to activate it. I'll probably give him another weapon as we go out, just in case he loses the ability to use his butcher cleaver. He'll still be able to fight. With that complete, we're going to move into the settlement phase and the hunt phase. If you're excited to see what happens to our settlement and our brave survivors as they go out on the hunt, then I need you to meet me at the co-op shop. To begin our settlement phase, we're going to go ahead and gain our endeavors here. We get 4 for our returning survivors, and then of course we have cooking. Then we're going to go ahead and update our timeline and draw our settlement event cards. Let's go ahead and take care of that. Now, of course, the first thing we have to do is mark off on our timeline. We're at 18. Our final one is 25. Unless we go for the Gold Smoke Night and really go into the next expansion stuff, we're going to be going to Lantern Year 30. So we're over halfway complete with our adventure. All right, it's time to take a random event, and of course we have our Acid Rain we have to do. So we're going to go ahead and grab our stack of cards here. We're doing a good old truffle shuffle here and see how this goes. We're going to mix them up a little bit, and we're going to take this one right. Let's take this one right here and see what happens. Our brave survivors have found Triathlon of Death. Oh, I think I remember this one. I think we've seen this. The settlement engages in games of skill. Each player nominates a different survivor. Every nominated survivor determines their score for each possible contest. Survivor scores determine their place. If the settlement has only 1 survivor, do not roll. They realize they have been competing against themselves and gain +3 insanity, a random disorder, and the last man standing fighting art. All right, so the first one we're going to have to do is this race contest. Score a D10 plus movement attribute. Then we're going to go on to debate contest. Score D10 plus understanding. Then the last one we have is our fight contest. D10 plus strength. And we're going to go ahead and see what happens to our characters. So we have to nominate, 3 characters? The settlement engages, each player nominates, okay, we have to nominate 4 survivors. Let's go ahead and figure out who's going to do this. All right, I've chosen our heroes. We're going to have Silvaria go ahead and give this a shot. Also, Fiston Dantalus is going to go ahead and give this a shot. He's new, he's never done anything yet, but he does have 0 presence fighting art. Maybe we can get him some neat skill bonuses. We're also going to have Riverwind go, because why not? He's awesome. And then we're going to go ahead and have Huma give this a try as well. Now that I'm thinking about it, maybe we're not going to use Riverwind. He's got a lot of understanding. I'd hate for, he's going to blow everybody out of the water. We're going to take somebody else. Let's go ahead and do a new survivor. Let's have Kaz the Minotaur. I didn't put the Minotaur up here, but that's who he is. He's Kaz the Minotaur. We're going to put him in here as well. So these are our 4 people that are going to go on the Triathlon of Death. For this specific event, I'm going to go ahead and use our dice tray. Normally during the settlement events, I don't actually do it. We're going to go ahead and grab our 4 dice for our 4 characters. Now let's go ahead and match them up to people. Savaria is going to be red, Fiston Dantalis is going to be orange, Huma is going to be blue, and Kaz is going to be pink. So let's go ahead and look at our first event. It's going to be our race, D10 plus movement attribute. So everybody has 5 speed. There's nobody with more than that. So let's see how we go. 10, wow, I think she's going to win that one. 8 for Fiston Dantalis. Huma got a 3. Oh, that's sad news. And then our last one is 1 for Kaz. That's fantastic. Kaz the Minotaur lost. All right, so the first person is going to gain 1 permanent movement once per lifetime. So Savaria is going to go up to 6 movement, which is funny because unless I get a way to get rid of her, disorder. She has a terrible disorder. I'm not going to be able to do too much. Now, of course, our second place person is Fiston Dantalis. He is going to gain 1 courage. So we're going to go ahead and give him a courage. Our next person is Huma. Huma is going to gain a new pair of rawhide boots. All right, I'll go pick those out and put them in our settlement stash. And the last person suffers a torn Achilles tendon severe injury. This injury states that your leg cannot bear your weight. Until the end of the showdown, whenever you suffer a light, heavy, or severe injury, you are also knocked down. Skip the next hunt and gain 1 bleeding token. So really all Kaz is going to be doing is skipping the next hunt phase. So we're going to go ahead and mark that down here. It's under abilities and impairments. There's a small box. So I've gone ahead and checked marked the box. He can't actually go on the next hunt, which is too bad. Now we're going to move into our next event. It is our debate contest. Let's see how we do. We're going to go ahead and roll D10, plus we're going to add our understanding. She's got 2. Savaria is going to go first. She got an 8 plus 2 is 10. Oh my gosh, she's amazing. Fiston Dantalis got a 9. Wow, plus 1 is 10. Next one is going to be a 7 plus 2 is 9. Oh wow, it doesn't look good for Kaz here. Kaz got a 9. Oh my gosh, all these people have understanding everywhere. All right, so that's 10. Amazing. Okay, Savaria is going to gain the... Wait, these people got a 10, 10, 10. 3 people with 10? Well, I guess they all get the first place thing, I would think. So they'll get bragging rights and 1 skull basic resource. I don't know what to do about that. I believe that's what's going to happen because they all got first place. So I think I get 3 skull basic resources. That's awesome. I don't think there are that many, but we'll see how this works. And of course, sadly, he's going to gain the apathetic disorder. Huma is now apathetic. That's terrible. And I think that means that he can't use survival, which is going to be absolutely terrible because he was going to be a fantastic person with that luck. We're going to be going on to our third one now, which is our fight contest. We're going to add our strength attribute, which everybody has, I believe, plus 2, except for Fiston Dantalis. We're going to go ahead and roll hers first. She got a 6 plus 2 is 8. Let's see how he does. He got a 5. That's it. He doesn't have any extra strength. Huma got a 2 plus 2 is 4. Wow. And then he got, oh no, Kaz got a 1 plus 2 is 3. All right, I think Kaz is going to lose again. Well, Savaria has gotten first place and everything. Gained 1 weapon proficiency level. So her dagger is going to go up to 2. That's awesome. Then we're going to go ahead and see who got second. I believe it's going to be Fiston Dantalis with 5. He's going to go ahead and gain 1 permanent strength, which he needed. We're going to go ahead and give him a strength. Huma's going to gain 3rd. He's going to gain a random fighting art, and Kaz has suffered the dismembered arm severe injury. So Kaz is not going to be able to do anything. I'm going to put dismembered arm right here. And basically, he can't use 2-handed weapons. He only can use 1-handed weapons. He would also gain a bleeding token, but it doesn't really happen here. So we're going to go ahead and write down dismembered arm. That's awesome. Dismembered arm, poor guy. All right, so Kaz is not going to be going on any hunts anytime soon. He has a dismembered arm. Well, it means he can still use some one-handed weapons, so he might not be too bad. Now, sadly, Huma is now apathetic. So apathetic does state that you're given up. Nothing seems to matter. You have no concern for your own well-being. You cannot use or gain survival. You cannot gain courage, and you can cure this disorder if you have 8+ understanding. So we're going to go ahead. This is terrible. This is not the way I wanted all this to work. He was going to be really awesome with the luck and everything, but now he can't use any survival, so he's probably not going to be coming on too many hunts. Now, of course, he does get a random fighting event art. Maybe it'll say that you can cure your apathetic or apathetic state. I'm pronouncing it 2 different ways, not exactly sure which way to pronounce it, and I apologize. All right, we're going to go ahead and grab this one right here and see what we got. We got leader, so we got an apathetic leader. That's awesome. Whenever you encourage a survivor, you gain +1 speed token until the end of that round. Once per hunt phase, you may inspire another survivor. They use your understanding and courage to resolve a hunt story event. Example, if you have +3 courage, they can inspire the other person to walk the path of the brave during overwhelming darkness. Well, he can't actually gain courage, which is absolutely hilarious. So this guy's going to be a leader. So we need to find a way to get rid of this disorder, and he'll become an absolutely fantastic survivor. But until then, he's going to be on the bench. And of course, we got Kaz with a dismembered arm. Of course, the person who got everything was her, which is not even close to what I wanted to do because she is also apathetic. So we've got to try to get rid of all of these things. Now, of course, we have finished our triathlon of death. Down at the bottom, it says, if one survivor gets 4th place in all events, they are banished from the settlement and are considered dead. Okay, well, that didn't happen because Huma got 4th place in this one. Now, of course, I do have to go get my skull basic resources and our rawhide boots. Here's our skull basic resource. Now, there's only one of these in the deck, so I believe you only get one, even though all 3 of them got actually 1st place. If that's wrong, please let me know in the comments below, and I'll add a couple more to our settlement storage. But for what I understand, I think we're only get one because there's only one on the deck. Now, next thing, of course, we're going to do is put our triathlon back up here, and we have one more we have to do, and that's the acid storm we got from our last hunt event. We're going to go ahead and read it. It says, acid storm. The air tastes sour and burns the survivor's cracked lips. The sky cracks in great flashes, revealing spiraling black clouds. Finally, it opens, dousing everyone in acid rain. And I'm going to have to go ahead and roll a d10 to see what happens. We got a 4. It says, the survivor with the highest insanity, randomized in the case of a tie, runs into the storm bellowing wildly. They must skip the next hunt phase. Oh, that's awesome. Guess who that is? That's Riverwind. Riverwind has an astronomical amount of insanity, so he's just going to be the one that's going to go running off in the world. And wonderful for Riverwind, he also has that Twilight Sword. We're never going to get him any hunt experience for it, or sorry, weapon proficiency for it, because he either gets the trap pulled on him or he decides to run around in acid rain. So thank you, Riverwind. You are going to be skipping your next hunt. Awesome. All right, he's done. We're going to also get some lingering effects. Let's see what these are. The first one is music. The storm prevents music endeavors. We don't have any, I don't think. The storm inspires, +2 to the result of all art endeavors. Oh, that'll be really good. And then also we have nightmare training. It says the acid exercise. It says the survivor is burned to death. Burned to death, though we're not going to do this one. It also says you are injured, you must skip the next hunt phase, or an 8+, you gain the following ability, acid palms. Add a d10 strength to wound attempts when attacking with distant. Yeah, that ain't happening. We're not doing any of that. And then the last one is acid storm distillation. If we get a 1 through 4, nothing happens. But if I get a 5+, I can gain a founding stone starting gear. So we're going to put that up right up there, and we're going to move into our next part of the settlement phase. And I believe that's going to be our development. Let's look. We've updated our death count. Our timeline's done. Milestones. Yep. So we're going to go ahead and move into our development. We're going to slide our endeavors over. And we're going to look through here and see what we're going to do for this development phase. The first thing we're going to do, as always, is we're going to discard a bone, a hide, and an organ, and 1 endeavor, and we are going to innovate. So we're going to go ahead and grab our innovation deck, which is actually pretty small. And we get 4 of these. So we're going to see what 4 innovations we get, and we're going to decide which one we want. I'm really hoping for the one that gets rid of disorder. So we got 4 of them. Let's see what 4 we got. We got partnership. Now, we've seen a lot of these before. Scarification, shrine, and sculpture. Oh, we didn't get bloodletting. Bloodletting is the one that allows us to actually remove some of those disorders. So we're going to be moving into our hunt phase with some characters that aren't really that great. Sculpture, I can put a weapon, what is it, a fighting art on it if I want. Partnership, I can gain, what is it? When you both arrive, gain survival up to the survival limit. Partners may only nominate each other for intimacy, and when a partner dies, the remaining partner gains a random disorder and loses this ability. Nominate 2 survivors to pair off. In each of these partner ability, a survivor may nominate for a partner for lifetime. So I'm going to gain max survival whenever I show up with our partners. Scarification, we've seen this one before. I can add a courage and roll on the hit the location die and see what happens. 2 of them are good, 2 of them are bad, and one's kind of 50-50. We got the shrine. The shrine, I can depart and gain 1 insanity, or final adjustments. Departing survivors add 1 to all hit locations. I think this is the one we're going to take, because going after our next hunt, we might need a lot more defense. So we're going to gain our shrine. That's going to be what we're going to do. And we're going to add shrine consequences to the settlement event deck. So I'm going to go up there, and then we're going to add our new settlement things. So we have our shrine consequence. We're going to go ahead and put that in our innovation deck, and we're going to set that aside. We're going to move on to the next part. Let's see what we can do with those resources. Looking through all of our resources, we have a lot of really cool things to be able to build, but there's not much I do think we need. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and use our fresh acanthus to build a dried acanthus using the organ grinder. Now for this one, I've got a plan. We're actually going to start using a bow. I can get this arc bow with a attack of 1 or speed of 1, 6 accuracy, and it does +9 to strength. It's absolutely ridiculous. Of course, it only fires once, and I have to have all these equipped, and I can get range 2. Now, I don't know if I can get these equipped, but I believe using these two things is going to create an arc bow, which is going to be really good. I'm going to start using bows. I've had a lot of people comment into why I don't use bows, because bows are really good. So I'm actually going to build an arc bow, and we are going to give it a try. We have 4 of our endeavors left. I'm going to go ahead and use our first one to activate our shrine. Let's go ahead and roll a die and see what happens with our shrine. We're going to roll it up and see what we get. We got a 9. That's perfect. So final adjustments. Departing survivors add +1 defense to all hit locations. That's awesome. Now, we do have some more. I think we're going to try to do a training. Let's go ahead and see who it'll be for. Looking through all of our survivors, there's really nobody that can take advantage of Nightmare Training because they either don't have weapon proficiencies or there's nothing that's really going to get them to their next weapon proficiency skill. So we have face painting. Let's go ahead and use face painting as well. We're going to use one of our endeavors and go ahead and roll a die. We got a Lantern 10. That's going to be able to activate our departing survivors, have created the Death Paint Ceremony, and are going to gain +2 survivals and +1 insanity. So we're going to go ahead and remember that card. We have 2 left. We could decide to use storytelling if we want to, which means I can gain an understanding. Departing survivors all gain +3 insanity, or I can have the white speaker event. I think we're going to go ahead and give this a shot. I'm going to use our 2 last endeavors to do storytelling, and let's see what happens. We got a 6, which means all our departing survivors are going to gain +3 insanity, which isn't going to be too bad because I might give somebody that Butcher's Cleaver, which gives them the ability to use it if they're insane. So let's go ahead now and go into the next part of our things here. We developed, we're going to repair our departing survivors, we're going to archive our resources, and go ahead and decide what we're going to hunt. And I think we're going to try something I haven't done before. This could be the moment that makes or breaks our settlement. Let's see if this happens. We're going to take on an antelope. Level 3. Is this insane? Probably, but that's okay. We just gained 3 insanity from our storytelling. So let's see if we can take on that level 3 antelope. Let's get our survivors ready and go on a hunt. The first member of our hunt is going to be Fistondantulus. He has that 0 presence fighting art that states that he gains +1 strength when attacking a monster from its blind spot. And whenever you attack a monster, you are always considered to be in its blind spot. So that's going to be pretty good. Now, he doesn't have a lot of extra bonuses up here like some of our other characters, but we're going to give him a shot. With that 0 presence fighting art, that arc bow might actually be pretty good because I don't have to be directly behind him. He can actually hit the blind spot from anywhere on the board. Well, almost any. Range 6. We'll see how that goes. He's got the rawhide set, and he's got a bone sickle and the bone pick where he's going to go ahead and start with max survival. He has that 3 insanity from our roll, and he's got all of his armor here. We get the +1 extra because of our shrine. Next we have Gold Moon. Again, she has not changed. Again, another 0 presence fighting art character. She has 6 armor and everything. She gets 3 from these, plus she gets 1 from the rawhide shield, plus she gets 1 for her gear set, and she also gets 1 from that shrine. A lot of armor. She's got 7 insanity and 9 survival. We're going to go ahead and move into our next character. Next is Kanan. She's awesome, max survival again. She also has 6 insanity, and she's got her armor here. She has not changed. She's wearing the same stuff and going to go in and fight the same way. Allen is our new character. He's going to join us on this hunt. Sadly, all the other characters I was hoping to use have some kind of impairment that makes them terrible. So we're going to have to use this new one. He's going to go ahead. He's a new survivor, but he's got all the same stuff as normal. He's going to go ahead and gain 3 insanity. He has 7 survival for joining us, and he also is going to have all his armor here. He's taking over the Screaming set, and it has not changed. We're moving into the hunt phase now, and this is the first half of the board. The second half is where the antelope actually is. So if we make it through the first half, we'll actually be able to see him in the second half. So we're going to go ahead first and finish by putting out our events for our Screaming Antelope. So I've got them right here. We're going to do a quick little truffle shuffle here and put them down on the board. We're going to put one right here, and we're also going to put one right here. And the rest of these, of course, are going to be those random hunt events. Also, I have to put down our special ones, but I'm going to put them past here. We're going to put them in the first 2 locations after this. We're going to start with the herb gathering, and then we're going to go with the mineral gathering. So when we get over to that side of the board, you'll see them over there. Let's go ahead and begin the hunt. I think we're going to go ahead and start with our newest survivor. We're going to have Allen go ahead and go first. He's going to go ahead and see what the antelope has left him. He has a Stampede Screaming Antelope hunt event. This is absolutely hilarious. We might not even be doing a hunt event. Wow. The thunderous boom approaches the survivors may hide. If they do, move the quarry 1 space back. Otherwise, the survivor gain +1 courage, and an event revealer rolls a D10. That is what we're going to do. We're going to roll our D10. Who knows? This might be all done before we even start. So let's take our D10, gain our +1 courage, and we got an 8. an 8+. I think we did. I think we're done. It says the survivors corner the stampeding antelope. Start the showdown immediately. Wow. I set up the whole hunt event and I don't have to worry about it because we found the guy. Okay, so our very first, well, you know, he is a natural at finding antelopes. Thank you so much, Olin, for finding the guy. Okay, so he's going to gain, all survivors are going to gain +1 courage, and then we're going to go ahead and start our showdown. So in the next video, we are going to take on the screaming antelope. But before we do, I think there's going to be one person that leaks is going to reach a milestone based on their courage. That's Klingon. So we're going to go ahead and put her back up to 3. I'm going to go ahead and give everybody else their courage as well since their cards are all out here. And then we're going to go ahead and deal with, I think it's bold, right? Yes, we're going to go ahead and deal with our bold event for Klingon. Let's see what happens. During the hunt event is when she became bold. So she's going to gain triumph and says, expect the unexpected. I guess I'm playing Big Brother now. No, I'm kidding. We're going to continue on. You are prepared to face any mind-bending trials at a moment's notice. Where others may falter, you forge ahead, meeting the journey head-on. Gain the following ability and roll on the table below. Prepared. When rolling to determine stragglers, add your hunt experience to the hunt result. That's fantastic. So this person will never be a straggler. Let's see what happens for this person. We're going to gain a 2. +1 speed token for the next showdown. Oh, that's going to be so good. All right, so Olin is going to gain a speed token for the next showdown. That's fantastic. Now, sadly, of course, he doesn't gain anything permanently. All these other ones would have been permanent, but, you know, maybe the speed token for a level 3 antelope isn't the worst thing ever. And there you have it. Just like in The Lion King, Scar started a stampede. He did not kill Mufasa this time. Instead, we were able to corner our antelope, and we're going to take him out in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're enjoying the playthrough. We made it through our settlement and our hunt phase, and what do you know? We came out of the hunt phase unscathed, thanks to our stampede card right off the bat. We're going to go ahead and see how we do against this level 3 antelope. I'm kind of worried. I hope our survivors can come up to the challenge. If you did enjoy the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell symbol so you know when the next video comes out. Also, please feel free to leave anything in the comments below. I would love to hear from everyone. And if you're excited to see if our survivors can take out this antelope, then I need you to meet me at the co-op shop.